Finally, we get to see the glimpse of what happened at God Valley, the most hyped up flashback in One Piece currently. While we also learn about Kuma's past and how it ties to the incident that happened at God Valley 38 years ago. Starting with the chapter, we see Saturn's transformed figure, and honestly, man, he is huge. I think he is even bigger than Kaido and Big Mom, easily in size. Also, we knew that the attack of Boni was never gonna hurt him. I mean, a Gorosei should not be having any problem with these level of attacks. It seems like Saturn is a typical celestial dragon in a sense, as he called a bunch of marines pathetic maggots, saying if he wanted to dodge, he could have easily done so. It seems like Saturn also has the ability to heal himself, as he easily healed from Boni's attack. This healing ability is, pretty rare in One Piece world and makes me wonder if other Gorosei might also have that ability. And he attacked both Boni and Sanji with some invisible attack that was quite powerful, as well as he was able to exert some mysterious force that made everyone not able to move. Possibly his power, whether it is a devil fruit ability or some other stuff like being of other race or a demon being himself. Vegapunk tells that since Saturn is not using any kind of technology, then it must be a devil fruit ability. Also, Saturn says that they have surrounded the whole island with no possibility to escape. Sure, but those marines are quite useless in grand scheme of things, and if Straw Hats are on the Sunigo, they can just coup their burst and easily escape from there. We also learn about Kuma's backstory, where his parents and him were taken as slaves by the celestial dragons, and both of his parents passed away. His race is also revealed, which is Buccaneer race, a newly introduced race but now extinct race, who are related to Nika in some form, as they have stories about him, such as how he dances and frees and grants other people their freedom. And before passing away, his father told him that Nika will come to save him. We also learn that there is a native cleansing tournament or population eradication tournament that is supposed to happen every 3 years, where celestial dragons participate and hunt down natives of that island, which is really ruthless considering humans are being hunted down like animals, and also it happens every 3 years, meaning many islands' natives were killed by the world nobles, which numbers more than 200 islands if this whole tournament thing started since Void Century. This makes us hate these weird looking clowns even more, and this time supposedly their slaves would also participate in it. We also see Vigarland Garling in his young age, and he looks like a twin of Shanks, as he looks exactly like him except his very weird hair. So, he should be Shanks' father, and Shanks should be born near this time considering the timeline which we are in. And he is quite ruthless, as he slays the king of God Valley before the start of the tournament, saying, "I need a handicap to keep it interesting." Also, he is supposed to be the predicted winner of this hunt, meaning he was probably already one of the strongest world nobles, excluding Gorosei 38 years ago. And I want to know how strong he is in the present compared to the Gorosei, considering he is the commander of God Knights. It seems like Gorosei are indeed immortal, or at the very least, lived a very long life, maybe from the start of the void century, as we saw how Saturn looked exactly the same in the flashback of 38 years ago as he is in the present. Also, this may be the last time Saturn was on the surface, since he said it's been a while when he descended to the Egghead Island. Also, it seems like everyone in the One Piece community was wrong about the truth of God Valley, as we all thought of it as some kind of holy place in human world for celestial dragons. But we were completely wrong, as it is a normal island with many precious resources and was not under the control of world government. But since they named their island God Valley, celestial dragons decided to hold their native cleansing tournament there, as they are displeased by the name of the island. We also see Kid Ivanko. Honestly, this was quite surprising, since we never expected it. And a new character named Ginny was also introduced here, both of whom are currently slaves of the Celestial Dragon, and they are sisters. Seems like both of them will participate in this tournament, as well as this may be the time when both Kuma and Ivanko eat their devil fruits, possibly due to celestial dragons wanting their own slaves to survive instead of others, though very much less likely, or by some fortune they stumble upon them, as we have to know that Kaido also got his devil fruit from this island, and quite possibly Whitebeard too, during their fight with Roger Pirates and Marines. Also, Ginny may be the mother of Bonnie. Not maybe, 90% I'm sure it is her who is the mother of Bonnie. Also, interesting thing to note is that Ivanko says that Buccaneer race people carry the blood of giants in them, which makes sense considering Kuma's body. It also makes me wonder if Big Mom or Whitebeard are also somehow related to this race, considering their huge body. Also, since the God Valley is not a kingdom of celestial dragons, then how did Drox knew that world nobles would be there, and why did they decide to attack that island? As there should not be any major treasures hidden there, as it was an ordinary island with just big amount of natural resources. And if Roger knew about the population eradication tournament, then why did he decide to team up with Marines and face Rock's pirates instead of focusing on defeating those world nobles that were there at that time? Because he would be disgusted by their actions. So why? So exactly what did Rox did that made Roger fight them? Right now, the events that unfolded at God's Valley are quite confusing as to what exactly happened there. Also, it seems in this flashback we may get few good fights only if they fully explore what happened at God Valley 38 years ago, though Oda will probably save it up for future chapters for sure.